Hey guys, and welcome to the second stream of the spring season tournament that I'm doing today. Last we had Asia that unfortunately ended quite abruptly because, well, my OBS crashed the moment that I wanted to stop the stream. So that didn't really help matters, and unfortunately we lost the last minute or so of the last match. But Feast won and is through, and tonight we're gonna be focusing on R2K. That is, R2K actually starts at in like 40 minutes, which isn't very useful right now, but I'm hoping that for EU that I will get to follow another clan before they actually start, because we have one round before that R2K does not play. But we'll see if that actually happens. I'm gonna activate my audio, and I'm gonna take away the preview so that you actually see my garage and my lovely little Kenny on my press account. Basically today we get the preliminaries, well, the qualifiers as they're called this time around, and R2K, like I said, is making an appearance in a little bit. There they are already in the semi-finals together with 3 others, but there's quite a few clans in EU. The funny thing is that R2K is listed here as well. So I'm not sure what that means, but they do actually have a schedule that starts in like 40 minutes. So we have Ray that is through already. We have Mates that is through already. Quite a few first. H1Z1. Lots and lots of clans, of course, that enter. And it's definitely going to be an interesting lineup because EU has been so incredibly... Ooh, there's Imor. Incredibly competitive these last few years, actually, and I actually quite love that, because as other than some of the other servers where there's more like a few clans that are actually pretty much dominating the scene, EU has so many contenders, so many serious contenders that can grab these top 8 places, and I absolutely love that, because that makes streaming like this incredibly fun to do. And that doesn't really count for the whole for the clans that are actually participating, because the competition for them is quite hard. But all the same, for a viewer's perspective and a streamer's perspective, it's such fun to do this. And yeah, I just really hope that I do get a match to stream in 10 minutes before it actually starts, and that we get to see some matches. There's a few very small groups at the end here. With okay. But yeah, like I said, lots of teams, lots of interesting gameplay waiting to happen. I'll be following R2K throughout the tournament as pretty much per usual. I've chosen them because I absolutely love their gameplay. I love their team play, the focus fire, the way that they just do things, or have been doing these things, at least in the last couple of years. And I really hope that we'll see a lot of them, and that they go through in all of that. Because yeah, like I said, there's a lot of competitive clans here, and anything can happen. So I'm just really excited. And I'm hoping you guys are excited with me. So I need to do the YouTube thing in like 15 seconds. But yeah, overall, I did start the stream a bit early, and that's mainly because I don't want to miss anything. And I always love chattering a bit upfront about all of it, and see how it all goes, basically. So now I'm just waiting for you. YouTube has this thing that I start in OBS, then I have the massive delay, because we don't want anyone to see the lineup of the other team. So there's a 5-minute delay on the stream, which means that I've been talking for 5 minutes now before I can actually sort of launch the stream, which can be quite tiresome, to be honest. But it is needed, and I don't mind it, mainly because it keeps things fair and square, basically. But it does mean that I need to do some things while I'm already talking, and that's very distracting. So usually I end up talking a little bit about what I'm doing, so that I don't actually miss out and miss doing something. So the stream should be live now, or live in a few seconds for you guys anyway, because there's always a bit of a delay on YouTube as well. And we're gonna see what happens soon. I'm waiting for the room invite to come up, which should be in probably 2 minutes. And then we can start watching some pretty nice gameplay. So there it is. We have a stream. Hello everyone that's watching, thank you for your patience. I'll do my best not to have OBS crash this time. That will generally help probably. And I'm just going to get the chat alongside so that I can possibly react to the chat a little bit while streaming, but I do warn you that because of the 5-minute delay, everything you say that I respond to, the reply will come way and way later. So there we go. I think I'm all set. I just need my camera controls because that's another thing. But yeah, I've already streamed Asia earlier today. I'm streaming NA later tonight. And it's just gonna be fun. I really love streaming this kind of thing because it's just so... It's exciting. It's unlike the usual gameplay that you see. There's so much more depending on it. Like now with this tournament, there's money involved. And that actually makes things interesting on its own. Because money is always a nice thing to have. And at the same time, let me go see how much that is actually. Tournaments. Does it say here? Okay, it doesn't say here because the professionals tournament still needs to happen. But there's money involved. People that will enter this and win this will win money. And I think that makes a lot of people more interested in the whole tournament thing. Because for the normal tournaments, the prizes are just in-game and it's not that special. So this is basically what it's all about. This and the Twister Cup. But that's at the end of the year. So I'm just waiting for the room invite to pop up. It could happen any moment now. Unless, of course, the same thing happens that happens in Asia. I was told that I would be able to follow a different clan. If the clan that I'm following does not have a match just yet. But in Asia that didn't happen. And I have a little bit of a hunch that that won't happen either. But if that doesn't happen, I do have some nice replays to show you guys and just talk over. So that we actually just can have some entertainment in that form. For those that are wondering, no, I do not have an account with 465,000 gold. This is my press account. And that's mainly for testing tanks. But I also use it for things like this with the streams and stuff. I could potentially play on PC, but I won't do that to you, mainly because I can't play PC to save my life. You'd see me drive into things. I would be an absolute noob, and I wouldn't do that to me, nor to you. So I'm hoping that we do get the invite, because I want to watch. I have a feeling that we might not, though. I'm just gonna quickly check the first group when they have a match. Yeah, that's in 3 minutes. Or 2 minutes now. It means I should have the invite already. So that's not very promising, and it's definitely something I'll address with Wargaming to make sure that I actually get a team to stream next time, because that would definitely help. But overall, yeah, like I said, I've been streaming Asia, and on Asia I follow the clan Feast, which was the winner that went to the offline last year. And in NA I follow Premo, which has been consistently at offlines so far, so that I feel they should be represented as well. And on EU, of course, R2K. Hello everyone that's watching, by the way. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys will enjoy it, even if I do not get a competitive match just yet, and get to just basically show you replays instead. We have 2 minutes left to wait before we know whether or not that actually happens. Well, at least when we're sure whether or not that actually happens. So we're just gonna wait for that. And we'll see. it's just, I would love to have a different clan right now to commentate on, because I'm not here to show you replays. Of course I'm not. And it's always, I can always just think of random subjects to talk about, but that's not really why you're here, so yeah. By the way, interesting fact that in RU, we here have 149 registered teams. In RU, there was like 256, but I understood that last year, those 256 teams were made in 2 days, and then it was just full and no one else could join. So RU is really, really busy. Then you have EU as second, and NA and Asia are a little bit not less competitive. They just have less teams, because also the servers are less big member-wise. And of course, those that do play the game don't necessarily want to be competitive. Like me, for instance, I would love to be competitive, but I much more prefer to commentate like this because I enjoy it more. And there's no stress involved for me, aside from running the stream properly and all of that. It's just, yeah, it's more relaxing for me. But I do get really excited when I see some of the tricks and tips and tricks that people do. It just makes it so much fun. So in 14 seconds we will know for sure that I do not get a clan to follow. So I'm just gonna wait for that, and in the meantime I'm gonna ready up a nice little replay for you, because that will keep you entertained, gives me something to talk about that isn't just general blah blah. And then basically we wait until R2K makes its appearance. Now it says that it's live. Yeah, it would be live if I had a clan to stream. Well, technically it is live, but you know what I mean. We have half an hour to kill, guys. So I'm gonna start us off by a nice tier 10 replay. And let's see what happens. I've actually been asking for replay, so if anyone has a nice ace replay that they want me to show, post it on my server. I made a channel for this. For sub replays I only use losses and draws, but for streams like this I also use wins, so feel free to just enter. I work through them chronologically, basically, as I get them. The Yege is a tank that I've always really loved. Mainly it was my first tier 10 tank, and I went down this lane mostly because of the amazing sound that this gun makes when you fire. I also noticed the name from the T-54E1. Useless Git. that is okay. Probably not a name someone should have, and I'm pretty curious how he managed to get it. Especially with the position that he's taking, that is not the way to go in a tank like that. But we have Dan here in the Yege that is being quite forwards, and I'm quite a big fan of that. I like it when someone plays a TD and doesn't stay at the back, but actually goes, well, not YOLO, but forwards. Very, very forwards. And now he's gonna wait for that Batchet to peek out. And there we go! That's a nice kill! That's evil. I love it. But the sound of the gun is just so lovely. So now they're pushing in. The Batchet has one shot left. Dan is almost reloaded. T-62A is pulling back. And now they just have to wait. He's not even going for the base side, but ooh, he might. He might now. I think he's gonna go for the turrets and capture the base at the same time. There you go. I like that this monster is quite armored, and it usually requires Primo to get rid of it. But it's just such a fun tank. And now the way that he's bouncing shots, it's just a lot of fun. And now he just needs to wait for that guy to peek out properly. But he needs to aim very nice. That was a very cheeky shot. I love it. So he just goes forwards now. In the meantime, we see the chat has been invaded by R2K that is waiting until they can play. And of course, Pavel is the commander. I'm pretty sure of that. There you go, another kill. Now he can face hug an IS-4. And he just has to angle himself a little bit so that the frontal plate don't get penned as easily. But this IS-4 is now in a heck lot of trouble because even with HE he is so dead. Ah, and he didn't get the kill. So now he goes for a base. Both teams have 2 bases, but basically our team has HE to the bum. HE to the bum. This is gonna be nice. Ah, that is epic. I love it. So now they have 3 bases, a massive point advantage. And the T62A is down below there. I wonder where he's gonna go. I think Dan will want another shot into that. Come on, Dan, you can do it. Nice. And this is the only tricky thing with a Jaeger. Ooh, that's a nice. Oh my god, Dan, really? So now there's only 1 guy left, but they've basically already won, and I wonder if they will be able to even shoot him before the game is already over. Well, they might, if he's very careful. No, he's not gonna make it. Do it, do it, do it. No! That was an anticlimax. Would have been fun. Still nearly 5k damage though. With a very forwards game, I absolutely love that. These are the kind of games that I absolutely love. You look at the assisted damage that he got. That was mainly the IS-4, I think. But still, that's awesome. So that's the first. We will have another few to actually watch. And then we will actually get to see R2K. So let's see what the next one is that we have. And that is... Ooh, this is interesting. There we go. I'm being told to sing. I might do that eventually. I generally sing a lot when I tune, so most of my live streams that are not official live streams like this contain a lot of singing. So this game is by T57 Heavy. And we're gonna see what happens. I know the result, but you don't, so I'm not gonna betray that. He has the attachment and everything. I do love this tank though. This is one of the tanks that I freely admit that I free XP'd when it came out, mostly because I didn't want to wait to get it, because it's a lovely tank. It's not as competitive as it used to be, and I really regret that, because it used to be such a fun tank to drive. It's sort of in playstyle a little bit similar to the E5, or at least to how the E5 was, but more careful because of the fact that you are an autoloader. And you need to be more careful with how you basically manage yourself. You need to be back more to avoid getting massacred while you're on the clip reload, because that leaves you vulnerable for quite a long time. So he's moving forward. His team is being very forced as well. I can't believe that guy is still alive. I wonder, he actually gets the kill as well. So we have a Jaeger. He has 2 shots left, and this is always a tricky position, because do you want or don't you want to reload your clip? T62A is blocking the way a little bit now. Now he can just empty the rest of this clip very easily. Ooh, that was a shame. Tracking shot. And now he's reloading his clip again, so he has to wait before he can fire anything. And there goes the grill. We have the chieftain that is in the way to the back, and I like that he's aware of that, so that he's actually taking a position where he can start shooting the chieftain. And the T57 Heavy does do quite a bit of damage with every shot. I really like that. Nice. 1 shot left. Let's see if he can get it. There we go. He's basically just clipping people. I love it. But again, now he has to wait like 14, well, a little bit more at the start, but quite a long time before he can actually reload. Let me just... I'm just gonna do something real quick. There we go. Ooh, you need to kill him, guy. There we go. But now he has a crit reload while facing a med, which is not an easy thing to do, because if that med starts circling, basically he can pen every shot, and you really can't. This especially is dangerous because your turret isn't facing the right way. There you go. They need to work together if they want to win this. Ooh, that was a fixed fire. That is so mean. There we go. They killed him. But there's 3 enemies left. He's at a clip reload again. And they need to be careful. They need to play this smart. And the grill is going to go behind. So they have to be careful about that. And I think that what he's doing now is not necessarily a good call. Mainly because of that grill that is coming up behind. And now he's clip reloading again. So now he's the target, and the E50M needs to kill that Leo, but he's staying behind, not shooting the Leo, and now the T57 Heavy is in definite trouble with the grill that is coming up. Come on, shoot him. Nice. This is very tricky though. Nice, but now he only has 1 shot left for the T. Oh no, he actually had a clip reload. Oh, so this is very sad. Because the T30 is not a 1-shot for him. And he is definitely a 1-shot for the T30. And I think this is where he should have gone the other way. Because there's not really much that he can do about this. If he had been back a little bit more, he would have made it. Oh my god, that is painful. Oh, that is so sad. Look at that though. 6.5k, it was 6.6k damage. That was quite epic. And this might have been a double ace game. Let me see, because this is an ace. And that's an ace too. I love those. Because that goes to show that this was a proper game and not steamrolling anyone. That was lovely. So we have about 20 minutes left to go. So I'm gonna find you another replay. I've got a few more in store, so don't worry about that. And we're gonna go look at the ravioli. I do. Oh, this is one of the camos that I find really attractive. It's so pretty. The only problem that I have, by the way, with singing on stream is the fact that I need music for that. And the problem is that if I play music, you get all kinds of copyright issues. I didn't get the ravioli myself. I didn't get it myself because, in my opinion, it doesn't really have any standout features that makes me go like, oh, I want this. And basically, I used to buy like almost every premium tank that came to the store, but I'm a lot more selective about that now. So I didn't get it. Now there's an LTTB over there, an IS-3 at the back. There you go, teamwork! They need to be careful of the snipers though. There we go, that's one guy gone. Most of them are at the back though. This is something that I would generally not do, because if you look at the VK, the armor profile makes it hard to hit. And I would always go for a target with juicier armor than tanks like a VK, mainly because... Okay. Okay, so let's see what else is gonna happen in this game. Ravioli does have quite some nice alpha damage, but overall it's just meh. It's not bad, but it's not great, and it's just... It doesn't stand out to me. He's taking some nice cheeky shots though. And they need to kill that T-34, and I have no... Basically, I don't trust that this LTTB will do it. There we go. Another tank gone. Oh, these are the best when you get them like full on the side like that. It's lovely. Already almost 3k damage, which is nice. And he's not capping the base, he's going off. There's the corpse of Synodium. They're so trolling. But they're not being rude, luckily, so that's okay. So let's see, we have an unsuspecting Super Pershing over there that is now taking shots. He does take a shot back though, which is sad. Well, he didn't really need to do that, but I understand why he did. There we go, nice bounce. Ooh. But now it's 3 versus 1. The chances of the Super Pershing making this are not that big. I wonder how fast the LTTB is being right now. He's a one-shot, so he needs to be careful. Come on, Ravioli! That fire! Oh my god, the lols. That's a lovely game. 4k damage in a tier 8 tank, in my opinion, is really nice. And yes, of course, I know there are unicorns out there that do more, but for me, that's really nice and definitely counts as epic. So... Well, okay. Are you still following this? Basically, the game is saying that RTK is in the semi-final, the semi-finals, but is also already in the finals. What? That makes me feel that maybe some people didn't show up, but I can't really... Just what? But yeah, we're gonna see if we have some matches in like 50 minutes. But yeah, we'll see. In the meantime, we have 15 minutes left, so I am gonna stream another game. Let me find a replay for that. Let's see. Oh god. Basically, one of my clanmates has been driving pretty much the same tank over and over and over ever since it came out. Which is ridiculous, but I understand because it's a lovely tank and I really regret not having it. Hang on. Let's see what happens. Oh god, guys, is it so hard to just be polite in the chat? Come on. Okay, so we're gonna start off by going to base A in this formidable tank. There's 2 people there and a lonely T-54 that's gonna get absolutely wrecked. And Michael, oh, there he goes already. This is like, don't YOLO. But he did. And now we have another YOLOer that is doing just that. But he's running around and there you go, another nice shot in. And this Batchat is being very good at being very sneaky. And Michael is just steadily destroying the T22 medium, which I think is a good call because that's the one you want out of the game fast. And after that you can take care of the Batchat, which is pretty low health now. Ooh, he manages to survive that shot. There we go. And now we have a base to cap. Already 2 tanks are gone from each side. And the Batchat is gonna YOLO on a bit more, I think. You can't really shoot him. He's not really in your sights there. Nice! That was a magic shot. Honestly. I believe the enemy team has an AFK, but it is 3 versus 5, so even with an AFK that might be difficult. And he's being sneaky in the desert. But the Conqueror is not really in good health. So that's going to be difficult. And I don't understand why he didn't just shoot heat, because especially at a distance, it's difficult to... Ooh, the medium woke up versus the grill. There we go, that's good. They won't have the point advantage if they manage to cap base B. But he is gonna go to base C apparently, and it's tricky. This could go either way. Even though he's still full health, the grill is a very easy target. So, doesn't necessarily bode well. But they are moving together, and it seems that the grill does have... What? I wonder what happened. He just needs to be careful of someone going up there in the middle, like the grill is doing there and the mouse is doing there. Because that can really hurt them. And the mouse is angling like a boss. But the grill has a much bigger gun. He needs to... Ooh, that was a nice bounce. He does need to take a shot though. Some nice adrenaline. Nice bounce again. Oh my god, I really want this tank. Now he has the mouse to content himself with. And he's waiting until he can actually shoot him, which I think is a good call. The grill is actually doing his part quite well as well. And this is so cheeky. People really hate it when you circle of death them. And I wonder why, mainly because especially when you start turning the other way, basically you've doomed yourself. If he had continued on, he might have survived. But not like this. Basically now, Michael only needs one more shot to actually kill him. He's gonna take a shot there though. There we go. He takes a shot mainly so that he has the waiting time to just be patient. They have the point advantage now, definitely. And now there's only an IS-4, and now Micah, I think, is gonna go. Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna do. So let's see what happens. Oh, that's the same guy that said really before. I don't think he's happy. I wonder where he's gonna go. They could potentially meet at base C. I think Michael will cap it though. Just to be on the safe side. And because he does have the HP to be able to take a shot. Should he appear there. There we go. But where did the IS-4 go? There he is. Nice bounce. And now we probably ensue in another circle of death or something like. Well, not quite. Ooh. He's gonna make it though. I don't think the IS-4 is gonna reload in time to shoot him twice. So cheeky. I love it. There we go. He won. 5.4k damage. Really high basic speed. 860 supremacy points. Oh my god, that's awesome. I'm just gonna take you to his profile mainly to show you. He's now, yeah. Let's see, where is it? There it is. No, wait, that's mine. What? Why does it go to my profile instead of his? Okay, because logic. But yeah, he has like a ton of battles in that tank and a ton of aces. It's completely ridiculous, but it's awesome. So I'm actually gonna... oh wait, let's not. Yeah. So now we have like 6 minutes left, so I'm not gonna start another replay just to be on the safe side. And we're just gonna wait for the room to pop up. If RTK is actually playing this time, because like I said, they're through to the final. Oh no, but they're still here as well. This is like really, really ridiculous. How does this even happen? Do you guys follow? I don't. Let's see what happened. Well, there are people just generally playing. I have a feeling that maybe... Yeah, I think that this might be the problem. They both got knocked out because they didn't appear. That would explain it, and that could explain why RTK is supposedly through to the finals already. Because they may have been able to... I'm just gonna check the Blitz Assistant app, because it could be that they were supposed to meet the winner of that matchup in their game. And yeah, if they're not there, that would be a little bit difficult. So let's see. Charts. Now waiting for it to load. Yeah, RTK was supposed to meet them, the winner of those two. So okay, RTK is through to the finals, which gives us another half hour of doing absolutely nothing. Well, okay. So I'm gonna see what else I have for you guys. I'm fast running out of replays now though, so I'm hoping that NA doesn't require any, because I'm gonna need more now. I was like realizing that I might need like half an hour per server worth of replays to make up for that, but this is just a little bit ridiculous. Why would you register a team for a tournament if you're not gonna even show up? That is quite useless. So let's see, what have we got? Ah, here's one. A waffle replay. Well, RTK, you fought completely brilliantly so far. Making it to the finals is just completely amazing. So he's not going to focus on capturing a base, apparently. He's going to go more behind it. To be honest, if he was going to capture the base, he could have been in trouble, mainly because of the fact that he's got no armor to speak of. So now he's just waiting to see if anyone appears. Ooh, that would be a nice one. There you go, nice. He has to be careful of that one though. And pretty much of anyone looking in his direction. He does have a nice bat shot that could get the attention away from him. There you go. I like it when they're just basically roll out like that, waiting for you to shoot them. Nah, that was not aimed that well. Hello, Darren. There you go, nice. He is landing some quite nice shots there. If he takes the patience to aim, that is. Or if he is patient enough to aim, I should say. And that definitely costs 666 damage, that's evil. We are 3k damage in. And he's now turning around, I think because those two guys are one-shots and they should be able to manage that quite nicely. And that's a juicy target over there. So let's see what he does. This is nice. Load the HE. Please load HE. Why haven't you loaded HE yet? There you go. And a nice fire to boot. This is the kind of thing, if you expect to see someone's butt when you poke out, it's generally a really good call to just load HE beforehand. Ooh, there's a full health object 704. That is rude. I don't like people that make comments like that because it's so condescending. Now we got a Kolobanov situation. If he hadn't turned like that, this would have been a lot harder for the waffle. Come on, don't ram. There you go. Take your time to take the shot. Ooh, that was lucky. I already played that, Darren. Not my fault if you're not watching. You need to ace more tanks. I need more replays. Okay, yeah, that's one way to avoid getting shot. But now he has to make a move. The 704 could potentially one-shot him if he uses HE and aims well. So the waffle has no choice but to make a move, and now he's been spotted. That's not gonna work out in his favor. He's just capping bases and bases and bases. Which makes me think that the 704 might be a little bit of a potato, especially when he's positioned like that. Come on, Waffle. You can do this. I hope you can do this. Whoa! Seriously, 1 HP? That is not fair. That's RNG for you. Just don't shoot the tracks. Don't shoot the tracks. Don't shoot the tracks. But you do need to shoot. You don't have much time. Come on. Nice. 5.6k damage. Kolobanov, 4 kills. That is really nice. Not bad, not bad. So, let's see. We have RTK straight through to the finals. But they're also still listed here. That all in so is weird that you're listed twice, but okay. But yeah, like Sir just said, RTK made it to the finals without losing a single point of HP. They didn't even need to fire a shot. They're that OP. But yeah, we just need to wait a little bit longer. We have less than half an hour to go. So let's see, what else have we got? Like I said, I need more replays. In the meantime, I am getting some PMs. Just sorry, I'm just quickly replying because this is in the streamer's chat. Anyhow, let's see, what else have we got? I have this one. Honestly, just go play, get some aces for me to show. I didn't get this tank. I don't feel it was... Well, it was in crates, and I really hate crates, so I'm not gonna do that to myself, basically. Oh, please don't camp. Why you do this? I dislike it when people camp in this tank, even though it's so not needed. And you're not in encounter, you can't say just left or right. You're in supremacy, you're supposed to dominate bases. And generally base A has more covering and more proper positioning than base C does. In supremacy. In encounter I would go the other way. And now you're just standing there. You're also being rude to your heavies, even though you're standing at the back wanting to camp. Your heavies, by capping that base, might just be winning you the game. And if you had actually moved forwards and just like participated in the battle, this would have gone quite better. So he's giving a lot of advice without managing to get any shot in. You could shoot the T-1595, if not for the fact that you only hit the tracks and don't do any damage. That T-54 is so gonna die. There we go, that's a nice shot with a little bit of fire. So that's good. But this is not going to win them the game if you just stay in the same spot the whole time. And if you shoot tracks. Because that doesn't help either. Now you would be able to actually possibly, no, don't HE a T-95. Now you can kill him. There you go. But this is a big problem. This is why I'm very much against camping. Because you can see that his positioning, his not being able to do anything for most of the match, is costing them the game. They've lost a ton more HP than the others. He is getting shots in now, but basically he's been ineffective for several minutes. And he needs to be careful not to get shot. The KV4 and the IS3 are probably going to try. And this is a tank that is so versatile. It has little armor, but it has a great gun. And this is not how you play it, in my opinion. You need to get the shots in. You need to make the damage happen. And if you stay back too long, you're costing your team the game because you're not being effective. You're not being an effective teammate. And you're not being effective as TD either. Because if you don't do... Well, like now, he's getting the shots in. But look at the team. Look at the way that his team has been pretty much obliterated so far. He has quite a bit of health left. But he is in trouble. And that's a nice job by the KV4 there. And if they had been more... if he had been more aggressive and didn't stay back like that, I think this would have gone very differently. And he might have been able to do a heck lot more than he has now. So now we wait and see what happens with the other three. They basically need to get another base now, or at least to prevent them from capping base B, because then it will probably be all over. And he's still telling the team what to do. Nice, good job by the IS3. Nice shot there. But there's one enemy left. And that enemy has a very good gun. And a lot of HP. So that's not looking good for them necessarily. Let's see what happens. Because the Yak Tiger only needs one more shot to finish off the IS3. And probably maybe not even 2 shots for... Ooh, that was lucky more than anything. But they have 2 bases, and this is another one. He needed to go forwards. Because now he's at a disadvantage. Massive disadvantage. If he can pull this off, then definitely kudos. But I think if he doesn't pull this off, he lost the game in the early minutes. And this is how he lost the game. Because he left the base. No, this was not the Heavy's fault. This was your own fault for staying back like that. Yes, you did epic damage in the end. But for the first about 1 minute and a half, 2 minutes, you were not effective. You were not helping your team at all. This is a very good lesson in how to why not to camp, basically. So that's another one in. Ooh. In the meantime, I'm not the only one where things are going wrong with room invites and everything, just so you know. So that's not really promising either. Let's see what else I have for you. This is one that I don't know the result of. Mainly because the bot didn't post it. So this will be a surprise for me and as well as you. It's supremacy, don't say left or right. If you're playing supremacy, please just focus on the bases. Tell them what bases you want to cap. I've no idea what the result of this game is, whether it's an ace or anything decent or whatever. So we're gonna see. It's like a surprise replay. There's someone there, you need to see them. I'm having a bit of packet loss, I think. Bit of ping. He is gonna need quite a bit of help there. That TD is gonna need more help. Because he's going full YOLO. And now he has to reload. The Stu is gonna die very quickly. Which, to be honest, I am not a fan of camping in TDs, but this is a bit the opposite. Too much of the opposite. You need to kill the budget. Come on, ram him. Just ram him. No, not your teammate. There we go. Now it's 5 versus 5. The enemy base has the enemy team has a cap though. Nice. One shot left. You need to cap that base. Otherwise you're not gonna make it. But now it's 4 versus 3. They now have a base. They should be able to make it, especially if they steal base B. But the enemy team does have a T95, so that's difficult. And a big gun in the waffle. The Leo is just standing there. I wonder if he's AFK or if he's still there. Yeah, come on. Cap base B. You need it. Good boy. This is a tank that I've had such trouble acing. Because the bar is quite high. Because it can be... It's not OP as in it's a strong tank. But it's a very good tank. Nice fire. And he took almost... Well, more than 1k damage off it. That is lovely. His teammate is in trouble though. Aim very carefully at the cupola. Ooh, at the side now. No, aim more careful. There you go, nicely done. Now do the clip reload. Do the clip reload. For those that do not know, if you double tap the ammo button, you can reload your clip even though you've not fired all the shells yet. This could go either way. I think it's gonna go and cap base base A. He kinda needs to. But the waffle, he could clip the waffle very easily. Ooh. There you go. Oh, the Leo woke up. And he bounced. Oh my god. You need to cap this base. There you go. Now circle him. Circle, circle, circle. You can do this. This is lovely. Nice ace. Nearly 5k damage. 3 kills, 460 supremacy points. Very nicely done. So we have 12 minutes left before the next match. Before the grand finals that RTK managed to get to without firing even a single shot. Oh, we have a little bit more than that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have one more replay for you guys. I do. Let's see. In the Smasher. I'm still not decided whether or not I want to get this tank myself. I'm not a fan of the KV2, but I did like this tank when I was driving it. So let's see. Oh my god, why? He's going in quite a peculiar direction. He's not really taking cover. He's just flanking through the town, basically. And I think he expects them to go towards where base A would be in Supremacy. Honestly, I like this tank. I like that it's slightly more mobile. So much talk. This is something I quite like, the social matches, but at the same time it takes away from the actual gameplay and it can bring people out of their focus and can cost you the game in effect. The enemy team has been spotted. He's not really seen anyone. He's basically flanked the whole thing. There you go. That's evil. This is one thing, another tip that I can give people in general. Like this, you can move when you've not yet completely reloaded, mostly because you don't have to be fully reloaded to get into position to shoot. You just need to be reloaded in order to actually fire. I am seeing some packet loss, I think. Especially since that shot penned. Yeah, I know Brian is having the same issue with the invite thing. Like this. Oh, well, this is gonna be fun. There you go. $2k damage into it. I'm just really hoping that I actually do get a room invite for the last match of the day. Because that would help. Well, pretty much anyone can kill Jackson, to be honest. Oh, that poor Spig. That was quite evil. It is an evil tank, though. When it gets shot, it can get shot quite easily, but it's a great tank. And that's why I'm yet undecided whether or not I want it to, as in with 00 or not. There you go. Shoot him. There we go. 3.5k damage. 3 tanks left. What? This is like complete logic. Of course that is what you think. There we go. Another one down. And now we have 2 tanks left to go. This should be fun. This tank it's quite evil. Ammo rack, yes, because why not? Oh, I hope he gets the Raz. That would be truly epic if he can get the Raz. There we go, epically done. 5k damage in a tier 7 tank, which I already would find epic in tier 10. And then a Raz, that is completely awesome. Well done. Very well done. Wow. Okay, so now I'm not gonna start another replay, if I even have one. because I don't want to risk it. I still have like maybe 1 or 2 left to view. So let's see. In the tournament, we're going to focus on the actual tournament now that we have an idea of who we're facing, what we're doing. We're going to go to Faust and Fort Despair. Now, I'm first going to look at, I believe, yeah, that's what I thought. Every Good Name Is Taken is a really nice guy. I've seen a lot of his games. I've used a few of his gameplays as a sub-replay. So that's going to be quite cool. He's a great player. But they do have to face RTK. And like I said, we're going to go to Faust. I'm going to go call up the map. Let me see, where did I put it? Faust. Faust is one of my favorite maps in the game. I think I can say that it is my favorite map in the game, because with the well, it's not necessarily bridges, but you know what I mean. The bridges and the tunnels that you get, it's just such an interesting map. And basically anything can happen, and I absolutely love that. I love that you can get really quirky shots in from the other side of the map. And for me, I generally prefer to go base A and just basically roll with it and see where I need to go after that. But you can very cheekily cap base B behind the train, and you can get shots into D from C and the other way around. I just noticed a very lovely comment. I have some family watching my stream, which does not make me nervous at all. But yeah. But anyway, I think this map is more dependent on where you go than most maps, because of it depending on where you meet the enemy. I think that if you stick together as a team, you have more of a chance in this map than in others. Especially if you split up and your enemy team does not. Part of your team will probably get steamrolled, and the other way around. At the same time, you do need to get the caps and the point advantage and all of that. So, after Faust, we get... Where did I put it? Desert Sands. And Desert Sands is a map that I'm less a fan of. It's not a bad map. No map is actually bad, but it's not one of my favorites. I like going into the desert towards base A, because you can dominate most of base B from there. And as long as you can dominate 2 bases, not necessarily cap, but dominate 2 bases, you can win it. Base C is completely secluded. You need to peek out quite far to basically dominate base B, but you can do it. The thing that I still love most about this map is the fact that you can summon the Sandworm Shayulut, which is from June, which is a franchise that I really love. I have pretty much all the books, have pretty much read all of them, and I absolutely love it. So that's one of the reasons that I do like this map. But you generally get campers at the train tracks at 4A and 4F. And basically, again, it pretty much depends on where the team goes. If you stick together, you have much more of a chance to survive and to win. That goes for most maps, but in some maps I always feel that it does that a bit more. Because if you have like 1 or 2 heavies holding at base C and the enemy has like 4 or 5 tanks there, you're not going to survive for long. Whereas at base A, you can actually just run away and use the cover of the dunes and everything to survive. So I'm gonna take away the map thing before I forget, because otherwise you won't be able to see. In about 1.5 minutes, I should get the team in the room invite, and we might actually see some matches. But I'm very curious how that will go, because it was decided beforehand which clan Brian would follow, and he's not gotten any invites either. I don't know how it goes for Blenard, which should also be streaming right now. I'm just looking at where we can find the clan that Brian is supposed to win. They have had matches, and he did not get a room invite for that. So that could be, well, tricky. This is like, at some point you can only laugh at it, because it's no use getting upset about it. And just, yeah. In the meantime, we can like very much admire my very OP little Kenny. I have one on my main, I have one on my reroll, and I have one on my press account. It's completely evil. even though it's by far not as competitive as before, because there are tanks in tier 4 that I can pretty much not pen. And I love this camo. Look how it glows. That actually looks really cool. But yeah, we're just gonna wait and see if we get a room invite and if we can see some matches, because I would kind of like that. I wouldn't worry about the test tanks being in tournament battles, because that would probably lead to an instant disqualification of whichever team used it. Because test tanks are, you're not allowed to actually go into tournaments with them, and you're not allowed to show them on stream. So if anyone was using it, it would be on stream. They know that I'd be streaming it because they see me in the room. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Oh my god, we have a room! So we actually are gonna see some matches now. And we still have like 4.5 minutes before we actually start the battle. But we're gonna see how that goes. I love the fact that they added a spectator kind of thing, because it allows for a better overview, even though they don't see the enemy. There are things that I feel that do give you a sort of extra advantage to having a spectator, because even if you do not see the enemy tank position, you can see what falls. If you see a tree fall, you know that someone is there. So that can really, if you see like boxes break or anything, some tank just drove through it. So that could be really cool way to just determine where your enemy team is going. At the same time, you can also use it to, on purpose, show where you want the enemy to think you're going. But it's kind of hard to avoid all soft cover. Well, that's not soft cover, but you know what I mean. So we have 3.5 minutes left. To be honest, about the coins, just to get back to that, we don't know either. I think that there is no stream yet that gives coins this time around for the qualification. I know that they didn't want that with the Twister Cup preliminaries either. But it would be nice to get some more clarity, because we did ask about it, but we didn't get a reply. So that's quite sad. I would love for everyone to get coins and for me to get coins as well, even though I don't get them because I can't watch my own stream. Well, technically I could, but yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not going to do that, because that would eat away my internet speed, and that would be undermining my own stream. So in the meantime, we have little less than 3 minutes left, and we have 2 full lineups ready. On one side, on R2K's side, we have 2 113s, an IS-4, another IS-4, a Batchat, a 268, and a 215B. And on VF side, we have 3 Batchats, 3 E50Ms, and an M60. I have a feeling that we're going to see basically a full rush there. And that's going to be interesting to see, because on Faust it's not that easy to rush. Because there's a lot of cover that makes it so that they can't shoot you, but yet you can't shoot them either. And it very much depends on how much RTK sticks together, I think. But the Batchats are pretty much the biggest worry there, because of the clips and all of that. So that will be pretty cool to see, to be honest. And FV is not using a spectator. RTK is using 2. That's, ooh. Well, 3, including me. So in 1.5 minutes, we're gonna see the first match. I do love Faust. I love seeing matches on it. And yeah, I hope the people that play it actually get to enjoy it too. Because I think that this map is hard because of all the different directions and all the different places you can get shots in from and get shot from. But at least for randoms, I've not played this in tournaments. At least for randoms, it's really good fun. So now we have just 1 minute to go before we can finally see some competitive gameplay, which is why you're all here. And like I said, I'm sorry for all the wait, because, well, It's not up to me to decide who I get to stream, but I was supposed to get matches before now. So 37 seconds left to go. I would love it if Wargaming would like install a button where one team can click ready, and if the other team clicks ready, then you just go. Because this is like, everyone is waiting, everyone is ready. Why wouldn't you just go already? So 15 seconds left to go. Very short wait. Finally the countdown clock. Well, the countdown noise. Here we go. I was just gonna say, don't give me a technical issue, please. No. Let's go up, up and above. There we go. We see that FV is actually not all moving just yet, but we have the honor in the art in the bat chat. That will be tricky, but I think that with the lineup that they saw, they know that there's likely going to be a rush of lights and mediums. Especially, you see the honor has actually repositioned himself. They are at base A. They're not spotted yet. They are sticking together. The honor is in a very tricky position. He is spotting people now. Now you need to go. Go away. Run! Everyone is moving. The honor is reloading his clip. He is getting chased. He needs to use the cover wisely and to avoid getting shot. We have RTK now taking more defensive positions, having two bases now. We got some shots in from those lovely angles where the weird places where you can get shot from, basically. And the honor managed to survive with loss of very little HP. So that's quite epic. I would have thought for sure that he would get absolutely slaughtered there. Now we have RTK basically keeping watch of their hindquarters, basically. And they need to be careful because now they are turning around. The honor is turning around as well. And they're steadily pulling back because there's going to be a rush. They know there's going to be a rush. So they just need to take care not to get caught up in it. Now we see the bat chats going for the 113. One bat chat is almost gone. We have Vedator going for another 113. This is focus fire. Look at that. Look at that. They had to stick together, but they couldn't really. And now I'm just gonna go down, see what happens. There's only one guy below. Most of the people are above here. I don't think I can go in there, but there's another one going. We have the E50M that is gone now. Now it's 7 versus 2. This is not looking good. I'm gonna go in and look at the bat chat over here, as we see some nice bat chat on bat chat action. And they're both in a clip reload now. So he's gonna need some help, which he gets. And there he goes. And it's 7-0. And the honor magically survived an ordeal that he really shouldn't be able to. How did I lose credits here? I'm sorry, I have to screenshot that. How did I lose credits in a match that I didn't participate in? Just what? Okay, but 7-0, this goes to show that a rush like that could have really worked out if they had stuck together more. I think that the fact that they didn't rush on through and just left one at base A, but they waited a lot, really cost them. And I think it cost them the game in the end. So now we see a very different lineup in R2K's side. We see 2 E50Ms, a bat chat, 2 IS4s, a 268 and the 215B. And on the other side we see that a lot of the fast tanks have gone. We now see 2 IS4s, 2 113s, 1 E50M, 1 Batchat, and a 268. So they do keep the general speed, but there's a lot more slowness than the match before, and a lot more firepower as well. So that's going to be fun to see what happens now, because with these completely different lineups, I love when things get changed like this, and that's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it fun to stream and to commentate on. And of course, you've not seen the battle yet that I've just commentated on, but it was absolutely lovely. I love when mediums rush. It's just a shame that it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to, and they were too split up to focus fire. And RTK was in good holding positions and focus firing. So yeah. So here we go, another game on Faust. I wonder what they're thinking now, because now that they've a much more, let's say, balanced team, it's a lot less predictable where FV is going. Okay, let's go up and away. We have the E50Ms together with the 268 heading towards base A. And we have the Batchat that is going to overlook base B. We now have FV focusing mainly on base D. Some shots being taken into the train there. Some people being spotted. Blind shots being taken, but no damage being done. Compliments being said in the chat. The PewDiePie thing is gone, is over, I believe, so that's not really useful anymore. And we see the first shots being taken. Well, the first shots have been taken, but the first damage being done. And now RTK basically has to hold. They have the base advantage, so they can afford to just play a little bit passively. But FV is pulling back, and they are going to go for general over here. But I think they sense that that is going to happen. Edgar has been spotted now. There we go, more shots being fired. They know where they are, and RTK is happily playing it a little bit passively because they have the point advantage. They don't need to take the risk. But those two E50Ms can be in a bit of a pickle there if all those tank focus. And we see that RTK is pulling together, heading towards them together. 2 missed shots over there. A few bounces. But RTK has the luxury of being able to play this passively. We have Edgar that is basically coming around now. They're shooting the Batchat in the E50M in the rear. So this is a very unhappy position for Every Good Name is taken and CTA4 to be in. And there he goes. A massive shots being taken. The Batchat is now in trouble. The E50Ms are pushing. They're firing shots in the 268. The 268 is pretty much gone. There he goes. And now it's 7 versus 5. The Batchat just dropped down, tracked himself. And now the Batchat is getting shot at, and Red Destroyer 3 just got destroyed. The Batchat is gone, and now it's 7 versus 3. The 113 isn't gonna survive much longer. There we go. And they are capping bases. Well, okay. Because now they have the point advantage. Well, they don't have a point advantage. They have a base advantage. And Vedator, I believe, is AFK. Now he's back. But the 113 is getting focus fired, and he's pretty much gone. And Vedator doesn't have much of a chance against this focus fire either. And there they both go. And it's another 7-0. Wow. Didn't lose credit this much though. But look at the difference. That's nearly 10k difference in damage. Wow. That is a lot. All the same though, these were fun games, and I like that FV showed tactics that you don't often see, and that's not a bad thing. I think that their main problem was that they didn't stick to what they were doing. They went to C, then they didn't push on. They turned around, but they didn't push on with that either. And I think that's basically what cost him, because you could see from the way that RTK moved is that they kept, and then they just held. And then they decided to push. But when they moved, they all moved. So that's, yeah. But these were 2 lovely games. Tomorrow, we are gonna see, well, probably not this. Yeah, it has fought all battles. The RTK fought completely epic, got to the finals without firing a single shot. But yeah, that was lovely. And I'll be streaming them tomorrow again as well. And hopefully we get some much more matches done, with only the waiting time between the matches in between. But for tonight, this is it regarding the EU. I am gonna be streaming NA later. Let's see how Raid did. Raid 1. Then we see only a few clans get knocked out of this before tomorrow. This is loading. Mates. This mate's lost against Souls. And then we have First that lost to H1Z1. I also always prefer best out of 5. Less chance that way. They are still in their first match? That doesn't make sense. Okay. And then we have Eros that went through at the cost of WW. We have Amor, I'm guessing. That doesn't show yet either. That's so weird. Why? We have KLS that went through. Just having a quick look at everything. We have Win. That has to win. Love the logo there. Win is through. Then we have Us. Us is through. Us also went through to finals right away. We have another First, which is also through. Very easy. Easy is through. Come on. Kraken. I'm gonna guess Kraken. Yes, Kraken is through. FBI is through. ASA, I think. ASA is through. Loka. Loka is through. I'm guessing Argo. No. XG. But like I said, pretty much I'm just saying Lexan is through. And saying that like the winners are only through, but that's not yet the case. Of these teams, a lot of people are going through. Because only a few people need to basically drop out in order to get to the teams that we need tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a lot more exciting to watch that way. Also with full groups and everything. So that's going to be pretty fun. So for now, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the replays that I showed. And at least the finals that we saw, because they were good fun. And I'll be streaming late tonight for the NA matches. And then tomorrow again at in the afternoon for Asia, and then in the night again for Europe. And I hope to see you all. I love streaming this, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. But if you have any tips and tricks for me that you feel that I should do or shouldn't do, just contact me on my Discord server or just in PM. If you have any replays that you want me to show off, then there's a channel for that in my Discord as well. And yeah, like I said, I'll be seeing you guys at least tomorrow for the next EU matches. Good night, and thank you for watching.